Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 8 of Boruto, and honestly, overall, I felt that this episode, while it did have some interesting things with the whole, kind of learning more about what the hell is Boruto's eye, and kind of progressing the story and plot a little bit by the end of the episode, I honestly felt like, once again, I mean, this is something that happens to, that's how most shonen anime are, where they drag things out. But this episode, there were so many things that I felt like wasn't really necessary. They kind of just dragged certain things on when they could have just added something else to be more interesting. And overall, for me, at least, maybe it's just because I'm so used to the manga of Naruto, and I did see that the anime did stretch things out and add unnecessary things and have a shitload of fillers, we all know for a fact. But honestly, like, it's like I'm still going by the whole thing that it's only been 8 episodes. This is the 8th episode so far, so I'm still saying that, the first ones, they did a good job. They were introducing kind of characters and stuff like that, and the host, what's new in the world and everything, so I'm okay with that. But as it goes on, I want, more like progress in the plot and everything, because so far it's just mostly things being stretched out. They did not need the whole movie thing. I felt it was kind of out of character. Sure, Boruto acts kiddish a lot, a lot of the times and everything, but I can't see him going on putting the visor and acting the way he did throughout the episode. And they had it for several minutes of him just doing that throughout the episode, including like when they were walking to Hyuga's. It's like, why are you still wearing that? Like, what the hell? But I mean, yeah, sure, he was excited that he thinks he got the Byakugan. And this is another thing that really irritates me, is that, yeah, I mean, there would be no story, there'd be no reason and everything. It would just be quick and done already. But Boruto's reasoning for not telling Naruto is just, I guess you can go ahead and say it's childish because he is a kid. But it's irritating because he's like, oh, he wants to, this part makes sense, he wants to get, he wants to get revenge and beat up the person that was hurting his friends and everything. I get that, but the whole thing is, if you wanted to do that, at least be a little smart and, I guess use Naruto and Shikamaru, because at the moment, him and Shikadai don't really know what they're gonna do. He has this moment where he's pretty much talking to himself. He creates clones and kind of has a discussion on what's going on, which of course everything leads to him using his eye, being the only one that can see them. And obviously Naruto and Shikamaru have a, there's something going on that it's connected to Boruto, because he's always around the people when they happen, except I guess maybe lately not as much, since it's not just around the academy now, but pretty much going around the whole city, the whole village. So, like, I don't know, if he just tells him, uses them to help him out and, progress to finding out who the hell this person is, what the hell this shadow chakra monster is, then maybe he'll figure out. And then if he really wants to, because I could definitely see him doing that, because I mean Naruto would do it as well, rush in without any telling anyone and trying to do it all by yourself, or try to be the hero kind of thing. I can definitely see him doing that, but at least get people to help you to get to this point, because at this moment he doesn't even know. The only reason he goes off and tells everyone now that he thinks he has a Byakugan, which he should have said something before, is the fact that he had that dream. And that part was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cool, because for a while a lot of people, me included, have been kind of hypothesizing what's going on, what is his eye, kind of guessing what's going on, and a lot of things connected to him having the Tenseigan, which was of course was used by Toneri in Naruto the last movie, to which in this dream we see him literally, that is Toneri. There's no one else that could possibly be. I can literally not see that being anyone else. It looked exactly like him. Sure, it didn't show his face, but just his clothes and everything, that had to have been him. And I think someone said in the credits they even showed his name, so I'm pretty sure that was him, which means that yes, looks like what everyone was guessing, me included, it is that he has the Tenseigan, to which of course, obviously, I think when he goes to see, Hayashi, and Hayashi assesses if he has the Byakugan, it's not going to show up. He's not going to be shown, because it, like, for some reason his isn't active. His only activates randomly at the moment. To which I gotta say this, like, when he noticed that it was on, when he woke up and he ran to grab a mirror that was in his drawer, come on, this is an age where they're literally is technologically more advanced. They have phones and stuff. Why didn't he just grab his phone, look at it like, oh my gosh, I do have it, take a picture, boom, everyone believes you. Instead, I mean, I guess it makes sense because it is Boruto. He doesn't do that, and now no one believes him. He gets all mad at Naruto, even though it makes sense why he's kind of assuming that Boruto may not be telling the truth. Because yes, normally, you know, it takes a lot of intense training to get the Byakugan. I never knew, you know, back in Naruto, it was always just like I thought they were born with it, the Hyugas. But I did look up and stuff, and pretty much like a lot of times too, when you know they marry someone that's not of Hyuga blood, obviously Himawari and him are, you know, half Hyuga and half Uzumaki. It makes sense that it's diluted, which means that they can, you know, you have to train to unlock unless you're lucky like Himawari, which it just came out of nowhere, which makes sense why, you know, what's it called? Some of the people, I mean, some you can say that maybe Boruto had it. That's why Naruto said we can't, you know, pretty much take out the possibility of it being the fact that he may have gotten it, but it may not be for sure, and we should go check it out. Boruto, of course, how he is, gets mad at his father, thinks, you know, he wants to prove to him that he's wrong and everything, but obviously you don't have the Byakugan. That is definitely not the Byakugan. And if you just tell everyone what's going on with your eye and why you can see the weird chakra monster thing, then maybe they can help you figure out what the hell it is as well. And people would, you know, end up believing you instead of not believing what you're saying. But obviously, that's just showing Boruto's character and everything. I guess that's okay. But like I said, I felt a lot of the episode was dragged on and it didn't necessarily need a lot of things going on. But like I said before, I guess I'm just making excuses for it now, but that's just like how a lot of shonen animes are. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Overall, it was pretty interesting to see, you know, the dream and see that it's actually, I'm pretty sure it was Toneri and that he does have the Tenseigan. That part was cool. Seeing Hayashi Ode at first, you know, they were like kind of showing, like, we saw how serious he used to be in Naruto and everything. But of course, he's just a loving grandfather, and him just like, Boruto, rubbing his cheek against Himawari. And then, of course, we saw Hinabi as well doing the same thing. And I gotta say, Hinabi grew up to be pretty damn hot, I'll say. Yeah, like, good job, Hinabi. Like, she was, like, pretty damn young in Naruto. But, of course, definitely not a lot older. You know, I still think Hinata's hot, and I think she's pretty hot too, honestly. But yeah, overall, it was pretty cool to see them. It was pretty cool to see the whole dream and more about his eye and everything. And hopefully, things don't, you know, the next episodes don't just drag on, and hopefully we get more on what this, you know, whole story, the plot is, and what this enemy is, what his eye is, because I actually really do want to know more about it, because it is pretty damn interesting. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Is there anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, feel free to comment below your thoughts, good, bad, whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want to say. It's always cool to have a discussion with you guys. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.